Tell me... Hey, you! Will you look at me when I talk to you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, of course I am talking to you. There is nobody else present, and this cage doesn't provide a whole lot of opportunity for going out, meeting people, and making new friends.
Huh? What?
Good question. A very good question indeed. Whatever is going on here? What do you think you're doing, dragging me from my tent in the middle of the night and locking me up in a cage? Okay, so it's a jungle out here, but that doesn't mean you have to exhibit manners that would make Ivan the Terrible blush.
Huh? What?
You already asked me that a few seconds ago. Do you have a very limited vocabulary? Are you extremely slow on the uptake? Or do you happen to suffer from short-term memory loss?
Huh? What?
All right. Next question. Is the dim-wittedness of the average guard inversely proportional to the budget for voice artists who synchronize minor characters? I don't assume you can answer that one either.
Huh? What?
Oh, please deliver me from this evil. That animal back there?
What about it?
Am I right in thinking that the poor creature perished from a long and futile struggle to carry on a reasonable conversation with you?
Huh? What?
I'll take that as a yes. I'll try and make it simple for you. Why have I been locked in this cage? What have I supposedly done?
Looks like you were in the way.
In whose way? Yours? Are you with that weird sect, Puritas Cordis?
How do you know?
Right. Now at least I know that Puritas Cordis is behind all this. They have been bothering me for a while, but I still have no idea why. So who was that other weirdo? His dress sense was even more outdated than yours. Where did he go? To get some fashion advice?
None of your business.
I beg to disagree. After all, I'm the one locked up here, and there has to be a reason. So I do think that it is my business. Besides, I am going to have to report the two of you once I get out of here for kidnapping, hostage-taking, unlawful detention, and exposure to tasteless clothes.
You are not going to report anyone. Trust me.
This wasn't really what I wanted to hear. Are they just planning to let me croak here? The face on the temple wall behind me is almost as scary as your dress sense and nearly as awful as your intellectual style of speech.
What?
When see bad face on temple wall, me get bumps of goose.
Just shut up. I keep trying not to look at it. But no matter where I go, I feel this thing is always haunting me, always watching. It knows everything I do, my every thought.
It knows what you think? Obviously, it doesn't know a whole lot.
Do not mock the face. It can hear you and will punish you horribly.
What do you think it will do? Make me wear something atrocious?
Just go on like that. You'll see where it gets you. I want to leave here as soon as I can. Get away from here. Far away.
I am temporarily losing the necessary motivation for this conversation, so feel free to go back to staring idly into space. The wire is wrapped around one of the bamboo tubes. What for? No idea. A fascinating plant. First it blooms, and then it dies. All right, it's similar for humans, but let's not discuss that here. Anyway, this rod has not been hollowed out. It still contains the typical chambers. This wire is very sturdy and almost impossible to bend. Delicious. And healthy, too. Good thing they didn't take away my signal rocket. Now I'll just have to figure out how I can use it to call on Max for help, if Max is even still alive. This gizmo got me out of all kinds of predicaments before. Not a bad concept. The oranges roll smoothly enough and could be used as wheels. Maybe I can build something around this. The signal rocket goes into the bamboo tube, and then I adjust it a little, and voila! We've got what I like to call a mobile rocket launch pad. A bold design and a bold plan. Fits well together. I only hope my little contraption will stay on course.
Oh, why do these things keep happening to me? What a mess. Someone should really... Where is Sam? What happened here? I vaguely remember hearing voices and... Oh, they kidnapped Sam. What am I going to do? Find Sam? But where do I look? She could be anywhere. I don't know my way around the island, and there are plants growing everywhere. Not a chance. What was that? The signal rocket was fired near the temple. Did Sam do that? Or could it be a trap? I've got to risk it. I can't let Sam down. It's the little monkey that runs on ahead whenever Sam goes to the temple. Cute little thing. I didn't come here to chase monkeys, and I'm sure he's better at climbing than I am. A little bit better anyway. Nina Kalenkov, my ex-girlfriend. Something between heaven on earth and the fires of hell. How am I going to find the way to the temple in this jungle? Well, I've got to try this. I don't have much of a choice.
Oh, you want to show me the way? Cool. Off we go then.
Oh, that didn't work. Bummer. Oh.
Listen, little fellow, I'm a lame, untrained biped. You will need to slow down a bit. The first couple of yards were fine, but then you just disappeared, so please, wait for me next time, okay?
I need to think of something so I can follow that monkey more easily. A hard hat with a lamp. Very useful for crawling through narrow tunnels where you can't use a flashlight. The explosion must have torn it off its flagpole. Sam's backpack. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. Sam sure carries some strange things around. Very strange things. I guess there used to be a flag here, but the explosion tore it down. It's stuck firmly in the ground. I'd be dead by now if I hadn't left my tent. Whoever kidnapped Sam obviously won't stop at murder. I should be careful. Some of these tent poles still look halfway usable. I'll take them with me. The explosion destroyed everything else, I'm afraid. These used to hold my tent up. They're a bit bent, but still in quite good condition otherwise. 2 glow sticks for emergencies. Why do so many people like beer? It must be hereditary. At home, we only use the stuff to catch slugs in the garden. A green balloon from Sam's backpack. I don't even want to know why she brought this on an archaeological expedition. A donut in clear plastic wrap. I'll just remove the wrap. The donut used to be wrapped in this. A frosted donut. It's not quite fresh anymore, but it still looks edible. A cast iron teapot. Hibiscus blossoms, even I know that. The petals are a beautiful deep red. I I don't usually go around tearing out flowers, but maybe these will be of some use. Hibiscus blossoms, even I know that. The petals are a beautiful deep red. A cast iron teapot. The fish are just avoiding the obstacle by jumping out of the water and over the cascade. I could name at least 20 people off the top of my head who wouldn't be that clever. The fire's gone out, but the ashes are still smoldering. I don't think I should light the fire. If the guys who kidnapped Sam come back and find a campfire burning, they're bound to start looking for me. To quote Heraclitus, Ponta Rei, after all, adversity is no excuse for disregarding the educational opportunities of the situation. It's much too soon to drown myself, and it's too late to bathe. One of the many miracles of nature, which experts call a branch. This isn't going to work. A stone. It's as flat as the jokes that I used to keep hearing from that lady I don't want to think about anymore. Not a chance. Either I'm too much of a weakling, or I've decided it's the second alternative. Pretty big. It must weigh around 200 grams. I wouldn't be surprised if it eats more than just flies. By the time I've waded through the water to reach the frog, it will have hopped onto the next leaf and be sitting there, laughing at me. Being laughed at by a frog is definitely not good for my self-esteem. I guess this used to keep unwelcome visitors out of Sam's little garden. A long bamboo tube. A papaya tree. Actually, it's not really a tree at all, but a herbaceous perennial. But I don't think these details are so important right now. This is just like paradise. A ripe papaya. Tasty. Sam said the eyes on the peacock's feathers would scare off wild animals. Apparently they think, wow, if that's the size of its eyes, how big is the whole animal? Well, if it works, who am I to complain? If these totems really keep the wild animals away, I had better leave them in place. A peacock's feather. It must be from one of the totems Sam set up all around the camp to keep the wild animals away.